Our stream broke for just a second, but life is all grand as we wait for game number 1 of series number 2, Three-Legged Cat facing off against Chili Mountain. Draft getting started here in just a second. Both teams are ready. Let's take it to Battlefield of Eternity. This was, again, Three-Legged Cat's map choice, Chili Mountain's first pick opportunity. It took me 4.5 hours to get a bot working in my chat earlier. My brother, what are you doing? How does that even happen? Regardless, Lucio gonna be banned out here. A lot of high priority on Lucio in general. Able to offer so much disruption to a team, so much kill pressure, peel pressure, everything. One of Lucio's notable weaknesses during the HGC era was a weakness to getting blown up as a single target, and a lack of cleanse. Of course, those two things were addressed with the presence of High Five, able to cleanse himself as well as teammates, really shoring up one of Lucio's major weaknesses here and largely contributing to his effectiveness in these high ranks, as we see the Tracer banned out on the side of Three-Legged Cat. Chat, for those of you who do not know me, I am a Tracer main. I have been making... making content feels like a stretch. I have been playing Tracer in GM for a few years now, and of course, whenever I see a Tracer ban, a little part of my heart just dies. I always want to see Tracer players out here succeed, and see, you know, all these players are just a bunch of haters. They don't want to let the same thing happen. Gunner, come hop in game 2. I wasn't able to get you in for game 1, Gunner, but if you want to go ahead and co-commentate game 2 with me, that is absolutely on the table. Alrighty, we see the Blaze and Hanzo pickups for the side of Three-Legged Cat. This is, of course, Battlefield of Eternity, the map where Li Ming gets very high priority, and then you take it to almost any other map and Li Ming is almost never seen. But her ability to pressure on to the Immortal and her lack of wave clear, both of these things really match up with the map well. In particular, Battlefield of Eternity, not a map that requires a lot of wave clear from your DPS, so Li Ming's able to get away with a shoddy macro, and then also the poke is just so huge for securing advantages. DIABLO going to be banned out by the members of Three-Legged Cat. The problem is that the EU Tracers are just that scary. Can't leave her open. She takes kneecaps. Indeed. And of course, that team does have Dino, Chili Mountain on the right side of your screen. Dino rating himself as the best Tracer player in the world. And of course, you can't let the best Tracer player in the world have it. Now, would some people disagree with that? You know, I can think of a couple other guys I would say are better Tracers. Not talking about anybody in particular. Alrighty. I'm just goofing. I love giving Dino endless grief. I actually went up against him in SL the other day, and I was B-stepping him. You know, I'm like, oh, hey, I'm playing in European SL. I'm playing against Dino. And I'm just B-stepping him for fun. And I go back and I watch Dino's stream after the fact, and it's just sadness. His teammates are not the best, and he just wants to go next. And I'm like, no! I thought this was fun camaraderie between the two of us, but it just looks like bullying. And I DM'd him and I was like, yo, Dino, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know your teammates were making you so sad. I'm sorry for B-stepping. Ooh, Maiev Li Ming, an interesting damage structure from the side of Chili Mountain right there. And I tend to think about comps in terms of the required level of execution to pull them off. And both teams right here are fairly high execution comps. Of course, this is Masters Clash, so you can expect teammates to have that level of experience and cohesion that allows them to pull off some slightly more sophisticated strategies. But we have our drafts rounded out here between these two teams. Note that Captain Rex is playing the Malfurion, and he is alongside both Tyrael and Blaze. Malf is a very good healer, but notably has a very specific central weakness in an inability to protect teammates from burst damage. And of course, You then, as a result, need teammates that are able to protect your team from that burst damage, so you as the Malfurion can just focus on that sustain healing. And of course, I'm talking about teammates that can protect against burst damage. I'm talking about Tyrael and Blaze. Tyrael able to provide all those shields to the team, even the sanctifications. Blaze able to get everybody into the pillbox, as he says, the bunker. On the other hand, for Chili Mountain here, looking at these drafts, as you guys just get to look at me while we wait for this load screen. We are waiting on these teams to load in. I'm excited to see Mayav Li Ming. That's not a combo that I've seen played a lot in Heroes of the Storm comp. But it is going to be interesting to see it pulled off right here. A bit of a non-standard damage structure on the side of CM. Let's take a look at those standings before we get into it. Oh, there it is. And now the point totals have been updated from series number 1 for today. Oxygen Esports had 19 points moving into it after taking the first series 2-0 versus the members of Inting for Ruby, stepping up to 22 points overall. Chili Mountain now looking to extend their lead over Oxygen Esports with the potential to either stay where they are, move up to 25 points, or even if they take this series 2-0, going all the way up to 27 points. Now let's take a look at what we have here in this game. On the members of Three-Legged Cat, we have Drakir playing that Genji, Johan Ayaya on the Tyrael, Maitri playing Hanzo, Captain Rex on the Malfurion, and Meneldor on the Blaze. For the members of Chili Mountain, we have Kala. I'm gonna go with Kala because it's got 2 A's on that Li Ming. Daquaza playing the Urel, Masquerade on Muradin, Dino on the Anduin. Dino had his Tracer banned out, but he's not even playing DPS this game. And Ultralisk on the Mayav. A bit of a scuffle already starting to break out in this top lane right here. Drakir blade dashing away from the members of Chili Mountain is probably going to be forced to use his tap right away, already missing so much HP. And chat, one thing that you may notice is that players are typically very quick to use their healing fountains extremely early in the game. And part of that is the fact that Healing Fountain has a 2-minute cooldown, and the first objective is always 3 minutes into the game. So therefore, if you use your Healing Fountain prior to 1 minute in the game, it will always be ready in time for that first objective. Now Daquaza pressuring up here onto the top lane. Chili Mountain getting some siege damage, and I can guarantee you that the same is happening bot side from the members of Three-Legged Cat right here. I just don't want to look away from the action, and we can see an attempted counter push from the members of Three-Legged Cat. Not quite as successful as the one on the top lane from Chili Mountain. A little bit less siege damage coming out right there from 3LC on that bottom lane. And here is a lot of pressure in these bushes. Both teams just snaking around. Daquaza jumping onto Drakir right there. Going to get some chip damage, and that is going to be just about it. Jet propulsion actually interrupted by Daquaza. Blaze and Urel, of course, 2 characters with telegraphed engages where they jump at you and can be interrupted. The members of Three-Legged Cat pressuring onto this bottom siege camp. It's only a 2-on-2 on the moment. However, Tyrael and Genji are here on the scene ready to ensure that the members of CM don't even attempt to interfere. Meanwhile, the push continues from Chili Mountain, not even taking a moment to take this top siege camp, instead just saying, hey, anytime you give us a chance to push these structures down, we're gonna go for it. Ooh, and we see a bit of scouting from Drakir right now. Actually rotating back up towards Daquaza and Meneldor up in this top lane. And I gotta say, chat, if you are like me, you like to play that Tracer, maybe you like to play that Genji, if you just like to roam for kills in the early game, really pay attention to how Drakir just kind of floats between these 2 lanes. A lot of times, as a Genji, as a Tracer, and similar heroes on this map, a lot of times you spend just the early game hovering in this middle area so that you're simultaneously ready to pressure wherever you are needed. And Chili Mountain actually just waltzing right into the home of Three-Legged Cat. Able to get away. I say get away, but hold on. Ultralisk now taking a lot of damage in the meantime will split a bit from the members of Chili Mountain, ensuring that they are the sole member of Chili Mountain to go down right there, and that is going to be a first blood. After a Chili Mountain camp steal, I gotta say the pressure from these camps, though, still definitely on. Chili Mountain not looking too bothered at all by the loss of Ultralisk, who is now respawned and is on his way here. Ooh, stun combos going out onto Johan Ayaya, but we of course know that the Immortal itself is the real prize. Slight race advantage in favor of Three-Legged Cat, but not a massive one. Quaza got his wings out looking for the flank onto Johan Ayaya, and all the CC actually coming out specifically onto Tyrael right here. Now Tyrael trying to get out of here will escape with just a sliver of HP. He's going to be fine. Li Ming trying to get that race over on the right side, but this is looking like an easy Three-Legged Cat Immortal coming into objective number 1. Jet propulsion not going to connect. Now Dino pressuring out right here. Drakir is in the thick of things, will lead to the kill onto Dino to start this out. So far, 2 kills to zilch in favor of Three-Legged Cat. Three-Legged Cat now setting up for the push onto this top fort. Fairly healthy Immortal in doing so. Remember, of course, that the Immortal utilizes ranged attacks until it runs out of shield, and it will now convert to melee and start stepping up, and of course be a little bit easier to defend against as a result. A little bit of early push pressure right here. Chili Mountain just looking to do whatever they can to clear this Immortal out, but the pressure not super massive. Hey, they lost their top wall, they got some damage onto the fort, but there won't be any sort of passive XP increase or catapult pressure in that top lane for the members of Three-Legged Cat. Masquerade flanking in the bush right here. Eyeball and Drakir takes a lot of damage in the meantime and will be forced to hop right on out of there. It looks like DeQuaza may have been forced to hearth by the pressure from Menaldor. Menaldor utilizing that time to at least look at the siege camp, and god dang it, there it goes. There's Tyrael dying in the top lane, just when I think it's safe to look away. And that is going to be the first kill of the game for Chili Mountain. Chili Mountain now pressuring over onto this top siege camp right here. DeQuaza lurking near Menaldor will pop out those wings, and DeQuaza setting over here on the flank will just chill in the bush for the moment. Ultralisk finishing off top siege for the members of Chili Mountain. DeQuaza's not too concerned about getting caught out as a rel, maybe even a bit of a baiting aspect to it. Pyromania popped out by Blaze. That 40 armor not going to be enough to save him, as he is right in the thick of things, all 5 members of Chili Mountain present. Menaldor getting baited so expertly by DeQuaza right there, just getting him to commit at a bad time, utilizing that jet propulsion, leaving Blaze on an island. Now evening up the kill count of this game, 2 kills for each of the teams here, 7 minutes in, just about. With bruisers coming up very, very soon, it looks like teams won't go straight to them just quite yet. Looking to get some pressure onto these objectives. DeQuaza trying to pressure out my try right here with that Divine Steed all up in his face. And he's going to zone out the Hanzo for the moment. Level 10 advantage going to briefly be the case for the members of Chili Mountain. Notice Three-Legged Cat merely soaking the side lanes as they know they need to catch up right there. Get their Storm talent tier, their Heroic talent tier. Storm is at 20. And now we can look for a fight halftime heavily advantage of CM. I would rather face a 3-legged cat over a 5-legged cat. I mean, yeah, it just makes sense, right? More legs, more danger. Now Chili Mountain getting some pressure out onto this top objective. Containment disc lands onto Tyrael, but Drakir is right in the thick of things with that X-Strike. Ultralisk hops on out thanks to the aid of the Shade of Vengeance. Masquerade, unafraid, jumps back in despite being low HP, because hey, that's what Muradins do, especially when they've got that avatar. Masquerade, though, starting to get pressured out, needs the leap of faith from Dino to secure himself, and nobody going down just quite yet. Hanzo and Genji have started to race this Immortal for the members of 3-Legged Cat, as we see a bit of a skirmish here. Menaldor, Johanna Yaya also in there as well. Menaldor dropping very low force to utilize that bunker. will start to hop on out of their containment. Disc from Ultralisk lands onto no one. And the pressure continues. So much damage coming out onto the members of Three-Legged Cat right here. Sanctification will be used. Oh, it's so much in the Hanzo. Looking to finish off that race, but not quite able to do it in time. Li Ming will be first to go down on the side of Chili Mountain. Hold on a second. Dequaza also way up in here. There's no way he can make it his way out of this one. I know Urel's hard to gank, but hey, she's not functionally immortal, all right? As Cavalier Guest loves to prove. You didn't hear that from me. All right. If I can find a way to shoehorn Colin Cavan into the most irrelevant of situations, I'm gonna do it, but I have nothing but love for him. Alrighty, Chili Mountain now pressuring onto this bottom fort right here with a rather healthy Immortal. Containment Disc lands onto Genji. Entangling Root gonna prevent Masquerade from trying to get too aggressive with that. Ooh, Shasta is not connecting onto Johan Ayaya as blows are being traded. It's only 3 members of Chili Mountain here. It's a 4 for the side of Three-Legged Cat. Notice a rather non-committal playstyle as Ultralisk lags out of the game. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and pop this camera back over to me as we wait for the situation to be repaired. We are looking at the situation here. No explanation in the chat being offered. I remember when I cast Masters Clash last week, there was a pause that probably went on for a full minute or two before the players are just like, hey, what's going on? You don't know exactly what the story is here, but that is a-okay. So far, Chili Mountain looking very, very solid. They've got the clear advantage in taking out the first fort. Despite being down 2 kills to 4, hey, all that matters is that the core dies at the end of the day. Ultralisk is spicy AF on Maiev. Ultralisk is spicy on every melee assassin. I was asking Cavalier Guest and Cascon, if you guys go back and watch, I have a recent VOD on my Twitch here on this channel, where we discussed who we believe were the best players of all time and the best players for each hero right now. Those are the 2 categories, all time, right now. And Ultralisk's name shows up so much in the best right now melee assassin category. Okay? If you've got a melee DPS, Ultra's gonna pick it, and he's gonna be cracked on it. Alright, that's just all there. Ultralisk is still known for random disconnections. Holy shit, Wi-Fi needs no explanation. Alrighty. Apparently this is a rather normal trend for Ultralisk right here, as we still have yet to get back in this game or even receive an indication. It looks like this is just generally understood. Still nothing in the chat right now. It is tumbleweeds out here. I'm looking at the situation here in this game. Let's take a look at those talents, chat. Please, chat, if you could remind me just to look at the talents. I was casting a lot with the old talent setup, so this is still a bit of an adjustment for me, having to pull this up every now and then. But let's take a look at what we got right here. Very notably, I want to point out this Tyrael level 1 tier in particular has been a little bit different from game to game. And I want to talk about perhaps why this is salvation here from Tyrael. We have seen this aggro build, Divine Vigor, Purge Evil. Tyrael's able to just jump inside the enemy backline and bully them forever. We saw Dino use it to shut down a Lunara in a previous week that we analyzed those games. Actually, no, it wasn't Dino, it was on the members of Oxygen, yes. Oxygen, Bad Benny was able to use it to pressure Dino's Lunara on Tyrael, but of course he had Ardent Restoration on Tyrael, which is the level 1 globe talent that you can see right here. But hey, it's Battlefield of Eternity. Where are all the globes? There are no globes up here in this middle area other than when you get 2 for winning the objective. So rather than take a globe scaling talent, he just went ahead and opted for the salvation, able to enable Tyrael to play fully aggro inside that enemy backline. That is a smooth transition, thank you, thank you. Johan Ayaya is known for picking peculiar talents. Okay. Honestly, I can understand the workings behind this one with Salvation. And I'm just happy that we don't see another Perfect Storm from Muradin. So far, no update from the players just quite yet. CM, of course, sieging this bottom lane. They will walk out of here just about right now. I imagine this Immortal has mere slivers of HP left. Let's take a look at where the members of CM are over here. Way over on this side of the map. Siege camp spawning in 15 seconds. It wouldn't surprise me to see some pressure onto it. Let's take a look right up here as well. Menaldor's got the wave clear advantage. He's clearing this all by himself. DeQuazo's not going to arrive just quite yet. But I don't think he's going to pressure onto the siege camp right here because he can't count on his teammates to be able to out-rotate CM. Or what is this pause? What are we doing, folks? We got places to be, regardless. Looking here in this game, trying to see what else we got to talk about. Man, why does it pause the music? Why does it pause the music? I want to be at least jamming if I've got to be sitting here just sitting still, but regardless. Let's see, Suppressive Fire actually locked in for Blaze, and I think this makes a ton of sense looking at the situation that we have right here, okay? Because look at this. Normally when you're talking about what Blaze is going to pick at level 7, you are discussing nanomachine coding. You're discussing the reduction of attack speed. And Suppressive Fire, which looks very good in first glance, it is a good talent, but it is unfortunately only a reduction of spell damage and not of healing. It's not a true spell power reduction like the tooltip claims. So oftentimes you often see nanomachine coding getting more value, but if you're against 0 auto attackers like what we have on the side of Chili Mountain, then you can just go ahead and lock Suppressive Fire. Nanomachine coding not going to get a ton of value when the enemy team is just playing with ability damage. We play with bot? Nah, Ultralisk is back. Okay. Same. You know, Ultralisk, according to some, best melee DPS in the world. Heroes of the Storm bot that you have to ping just so that it follows you before walking straight into the enemy team. Roughly the same thing. Alrighty, regardless, we jump back into the action. That bot push, of course, ended right there with the Immortal dropping low. Both teams now rotating towards the top side of the map. DeQuazo stepping up forward here. He's got his wings out, and with all 5 members of Chili Mountain here in the top side, meanwhile, Menaldor on that Blaze in the bottom side. The members of Three-Legged Cat will not be able to contest an attempt at a siege camp. Entangling Roots trying to zone the members of Chili Mountain away from the containment disc. Not able to pick up the kill on Drakir coming out of containment disc. Menaldor still camping out bot lane. CM knows they have the 5-on-4 here, and they are trying to pressure with it. Asterial becomes the next target, but he's got the Sanctification. He's going to be A-OK. DeQuazo now popping the Ardent Defender, unafraid, able to avoid all of that damage, but Menaldor now finally rotating onto the scene, uses both of his oil charges, not able to find any members of Chili Mountain. 13 advantage will be extremely short-lived for Three-Legged Cat. Chili Mountain just needs to wait for the briefest of moments to secure it, as well as hitting those minions right there. 13 secured, but with Yrel bot lane, it is now CM who finds themselves in the 4v5, unable to pressure onto the siege camp. Masquerade jumping right on out of there. He's murdered, he's not too worried. And now, with that camp secured, and with other camps around the map to be taken, the members of these two teams cycling into the middle area here, getting ready to take their camps. And it's actually no Bruiser camp capture or Bruiser camp, my apologies, it's just straight up race on both sides right here. Let's get that wide angle so we can see it all going down. Three-Legged Cat again winning the race by about 4,000 damage this time. And they are going to take this moment to look for their Bruiser camp. CM looking for another invade, successfully invaded this last time. It did come at the cost of Ultralisk's life, as Bruiser camp is not going to be finished off by the members of Three-Legged Cat. Now Johan Ayaya gets containment disked by CM. They're not looking to follow up for massive kill pressure though, they're simply trying to get him off their backs. And now at this point, slight immortal health lead for the members of Chili Mountain, but they are on the defensive, defending against this poke damage. Menaldor, wow, getting popped by the members of Chili Mountain. Dino with the self-light bomb, trying to catch Drakir, who needs to X-Strike right on out of there. Will Blade Dash as well. He is out. Urel slept out of that jump. But thanks to that kill, Chili Mountain will easily secure this objective. Johan Ayaya lurking, trying to get that side position, and Masquerade, he's not done yet though. He wants yet another invade onto this Bruiser camp right here. Johan Ayaya getting containment disc. Masquerade finding himself very alone, does not have his teammates with him. Camera, where are you going? Dragon Arrow lands from My Try. Will take out Muradin. Muradin is the first to fall. Drakir trying to make it 2. Chasing down Dino will get chastised for his attempt. Oh, the root! Captain Rex, what a god root onto the Li Ming. I want to say that was raw. Didn't even have any setup either. And that sets up the double kill. What a way to come back from losing that objective for the members of Three-Legged Cat. ETC and Muradin bots undefeated. Playing with a bot is a time-honored tradition in competitive HOTS. Indeed, indeed. But also, the old HOTS bots were so much better. Like, that was what was so crazy to me, was Heroes of the Storm made this big fuss about, oh, we have this biology PhD or whatever it was, helping us improve the bots, and then the bots are just kind of a disaster, you know? It's very unfortunate, and the current bot behavior that we have is perhaps the worst implementation of it that I think we've had in a long time. Alrighty, both teams not quite level 16 right here, but they want to pressure onto this camp. The difference is that Ultralisk is topside for Chili Mountain, so Chili Mountain doesn't want to take this 4-on-5. They're just content to poke away at it and let Ultralisk secure that top camp. Ooh, Johan Ayaya stepping in aggro and baits out the light bomb from Dino using that Sword of Justice right there. Dino, I'm a bit surprised got fooled by that, considering that he himself has been playing with Sword of Justice on Tyraels. This is an engage, Ultralisk stepping right in, but Li Ming with the counter engage from Three-Legged Cat will go down. So much damage being traded back and forth. Oh, the arrow connects onto Masquerade. Masquerade forced to leap of faith on out of there thanks to Dino. Will be able to dwarf toss as well. Sanctification. Captain Rex able to step inside and get a bit of protection right here. Very low on the sideline. Masquerade looking at him, not able to jump over those roots, however, because that makes sense. And now Hanzo goes down. Each team missing one member. Johan Ayaya very low in the back. Guys, is there a different name for Johan Ayaya, or do they just want me to have to say Ayaya every time? And I can't say just Johan, right? That would be doing them a disservice. There's an Ayaya in there for a reason. Menaldor getting a bit of siege damage onto here, but it is, of course, nothing compared to CM. It does not stack up. Blaze is at his best when he's clearing minion waves as Captain Rex and Johan Ayaya now aggressed onto by members of Chili Mountain. Captain Rex finds himself in a horrible spot, not able to get inside the bunker. He's getting yanked, tossed, and stunned all over the place. And now missing Malfurion, the members of Three-Legged Cat at this point have decided to just cut their losses and take as much of this immortal health off as they can before they will sure lose it. Oh, jet propulsion by Menaldor interrupted by the Stormbolt, and then a Chastise catches him next. As we see right here, Dragon Arrow interrupting the Urel jump, however, from My Try. My Try, I gotta say, hitting some big Dragon Arrows in these fights, although it's not leading to the results that the members of Three-Legged Cat might want to see. Of course, in spite of that double kill for Chili Mountain, Three-Legged Cat still leading in kills overall, but not able to find a good way to convert those kills into map pressure, as they have yet to take down even fort number 1. Dequaza is in there, doesn't have the Ardent Defender, and Captain Rex landing another big root exactly when Three-Legged Cat needed. Now cutting short the push pressure from CM. CM would have loved to just keep that tower dive pressure going on with the 5v4, but with only the 4-on-4, it's not quite as easy. Of course, Immortal is still very, very healthy. So they will take out this bottom keep, but now CM started to back out. Masquerade gets his jump interrupted by Root. Does get Leap of Faith on out of there by Anduin, and the fight continues. Dino with yet another self-light bomb cast right here. There was one good one that he had earlier, but I think some of these have been a little bit sketch. Ultralisk now taking some damage, and don't miss out on this. The Immortal is actually shredding the core of Three-Legged Cat as they go on the chase right here, and this core is going to dip below 50. This thing's still going. They're still not stopping it. As Three-Legged Cat, not a single member has started to go back. And did they just lose? What? It has 38 health. Okay. Okay, not a single member of Three-Legged Cat going back to protect their base here. You can see the core HP in the bottom left of your screen as Masquerade is now jumping in. Masquerade has the siege. Okay. What? What? I haven't seen a game end like that in a long time. I don't even... The members of Three-Legged Cat looked for kills out on the map right there, and I was like, oh, dang, they're gonna take some core damage. Oh, that sucks. And then I looked and I was like, wait a minute, that's a healthy Immortal. They're gonna dip down below 50. And then I saw it keep going, and it had those Archer minions. What? Oh, Three-Legged Cats don't move as fast as Four-Legged Cats. I guess so. What is happening out here? My hat is all out of alignment because I have just been absolutely befuddled by the conclusion of this game that we just had in front of us. But hey, Chili Mountain taking game number 1, I guess, in the matchup versus Three-Legged Cat. Okay, alrighty, we're waiting on game number 2. It looks like our lobby has now been formed. Let me take a look at this. Game number 2 of series number 2 will be played on Tomb of the Spider Queen. It looks like this was chosen by Chili Mountain, meaning that first pick has gone to the side of Three-Legged Cat. 38 HP, dude. 38 HP. What? I don't know, dude. I'm still reeling from game number 1, but let's see if these teams can deliver a similar result here in game number 2 of series number 2. This is, of course, Three-Legged Cat versus Chili Mountain. Coming up after this is going to be MC Academy versus Granite Gaming. You can end the stream right here. We've already seen the best part. All right, everybody, Masters Clash is done. I'll tell the players to stop. You know, we can try again next week. Maybe we'll top that. Alrighty, dude, what a game. Absolutely crazy stuff. Women want me, fish fear me, hat. I'm already wearing the hat. Also, Ferryman, I saw you sub earlier during an earlier game. Thank you very much for that sub. That was a game that happened. That is indeed a factual statement. Call me up if you want me. Oh, Gunner. Let's go. Let's get that co-casting in, baby. Alrighty, welcome. Let's see. Hello, this is Gunner himself hopping in to join us for the co-commentary. And I gotta say, Gunner, what the hell just happened?
I guess they didn't want to defend the Immortal.
Defending Immortal is just so 2018, you know? It's out of fashion. It's just not what's with it these days. It's not hip.
I like what one guy typed in chat. He said, because they had 3 legs instead of 4, it took them a while to get back to core.
That's no good. That's no good. Alrighty, not this Gunner guy indeed. We are waiting for this to get started right here. So we take it to Tomb. It is indeed the map choice of Chili Mountain, giving first pick over to Three-Legged Cat as we pop ourselves into this draft. Did you know the game ends when you break core? Wait, Gunnar,
No.
Is this true?
That's apparently some news to me, at least.
Yeah, I thought it was the first team to 30 kills. I've been doing this all wrong. Alrighty. As we see KERRIGAN banned out on the side of Three-Legged Cat right there. If there's two maps in particular where I think of KERRIGAN really seeing a lot of priority, it is, of course, Tomb of the Spider Queen and Infernal Shrines. KERRIGAN is a hero that loves to play in and around minion waves. They give her extra opportunities for mobility, as well as more sources to damage for that self-shielding. So no surprises there, although I will say, KERRIGAN and Maiev, I feel like we see a lot more pressure on those in Europe than we do in NA.
I agree with that. Most of the KERRIGAN and Maiev players are EU players, and they're really hard to play on ping, at least Maiev. KERRIGAN is a little bit more manageable, but still hard, I would say.
KERRIGAN is certainly an interesting character. She's one that has clearly defined counters, such as, for example, Tempo Storm utilized KERRIGAN very effectively in HGC until they ran into a Medivh. And then all of a sudden, the telegraphed burst damage of KERRIGAN meant that even if they were landing everything, they simply weren't able to convert it into kills. And the vision, of course, from Medivh, always going to interfere with your plans of trying to jump people out of bushes. And what's up with all these early Leoric picks that we see? This is the second game, I want to say, so far today, where you see a first pick Blaze immediately responded to by an early Leoric before taking to that third ban. Gunnar, do you have any idea what the logic is behind that?
You bully the matchup. Later on, Blaze counters your Entomb. But if it's just isolation, Leoric will always win, but it's not just about isolation in HOTS. And CM could draft a hero that can bully the Leoric really hard, for example, like Tychus or Genji. Not the best Genji game, though, because I have pretty poor wave clear with Hanzo.
Yeah, with Hanzo, you're getting that explosive arrows at 4, and even then your wave clear is not stellar until all the way to level 16 when you get those piercing arrows, and then you can start to hit minion waves for those double explosions. Would certainly be a bit low wave clear for Chili Mountain, but I think they'd have the opportunity, given their frontline picks that they have, Gunnar. If you're going to go a low wave clear DPS and you need to compensate elsewhere, what better way to do it than with Johanna Blaze?
Yeah, I like it. Han as well, good into Rhaegar. Nice ancestral healing, a very good matchup for her. And you don't really have that much pressure to kill Anna as well with what they have shown so far. So a really nice 3-4 for CM.
Yeah, when I think of Ana, I think of a character that, as long as she's not getting dived, is able to put out just a ridiculous amount of pressure on teams, landing fat nano boosts, just hitting everything, and standing from such a distance away. Of course, if you can actually reach the Ana, then she just crumbles, right? She's just an old sniper, not able to take in hand-to-hand combat, but it doesn't look like a ton of that will be happening on the side of Three-Legged Cat right here. Very notably, very low dive pressure in their comp, and ALARAK, the High Lord of the Tal'Darim, will be making an appearance here in game number 2.
That's a spicy pick.
As a spicy pick indeed. Do you think Dino just wants to style on him? What's going on here?
I think it should be Ultra Disc on ALARAK, but we'll see.
You think it should be what? I'm sorry, Gunnar?
I think it should be Ultra Disc on it. He usually plays it, but I guess Dino is gonna play it, okay? Not sure if I like it. ALARAK this game, they can't really kill Diablo until 16 when Hanzo gets Giant Slayer. I think it's hard to get the Junkrat with the ALARAK if you don't go charge. And Sylve gets Will of the Forsaken on 16, so it's hard to kill her as well. And Lyric has Unstoppable. So, not sure if I like it. We'll see how it plays out, though.
ALARAK is definitely a character where the personal skill expression always just comes in so big, right? You know, we might be able to look at this and be like, oh, I think ALARAK, they can't kill this guy or that guy. But I want to see how this actually shakes out. You know, I want to see what goes on as we get into the game here. Let's go ahead and look at our characters For the members of Chili Mountain, we have DIABLO on that Blaze, Dino playing ALARAK, Ultralisk on Hanzo, Banana H on the Ana, and Masquerade going to be playing Johanna. We got Ana and Johanna. On the side of Three-Legged Cat, who do we have, Gunnar?
We got Captain Rex on the Rhaegar, Meneldor on the Leoric, Mitra is playing Syl, Jakir is playing Junkrat, and Johan is playing Diablo.
You gotta say it like that, Johan
Yes, every time.
Diablo.
Johan
Yes, perfect. Can we get a mock ayaya in the chat? Thank you for more redemptions of Women Want Me, Fish Fear Me. And I'm seeing in chat that they're saying Dino does indeed want to style on them. This is, of course, this is the armchair psychology, right? We don't really know what's happening here, but that's what chat is predicting. Johan Ayaya taking a lot of damage in that mid lane. And now here's some pressure onto Dino. Notice, I think we're going to see a lot of that interaction in particular. Johan Ayaya is going to look for a stun flip on someone, and he might land the first part of the combo. He might flip them, he might press them into the wall, but I expect to see the immediate sleep dart reaction every time, as Banana has landed 2 sleep darts onto Johan Ayaya, taking a bit of damage, but he's going to be able to walk right on out of there.
Yeah, it looks like they're bullying Diablo early game. He's not the strongest here until he gets his souls up. Oh, Johan getting punished. He dies. Also, they get a pull on the Rex, but he survives. Okay. CM making the best of their lineup. They really want to snowball early game to get a chance to win this game. Otherwise, it will be really hard in the late game.
Yeah, you talked a bit about some of those 16 power spikes going to interfere with the ability of Chili Mountain to look for these kills. I must point out here, though, Gunnar, that this is actually a lightning build ALARAK. And I don't know about you, but when I think of an ALARAK that I want to snowball for some early game pressure, I don't jump to lightning build as my first association. For those of you in the chat that are unaware, when an ALARAK chooses to focus on this lightning, as we see here with extended lightning, this tends to be a build that is about consistency and about late game stacking of that big damage with the lightning, more than about maybe doing a bunch of damage early game, like what you might see from something with Show on Force or Show of Force, looking for a bit of extra damage right there. I wonder if that's the idea behind this. You know, they say, hey, we're gonna have an ALARAK with lightning. He's not too worried if he loses his sadism. It's not a huge deal. And hey, maybe we can't kill the Diablo 100-0 in a big burst combo. But if we're just poking you with Hanzo arrows and lightning that's just scaling and scaling and scaling, then that might be enough as Captain Rex goes down with the rotation from Chili Mountain onto mid lane, able to finish off that Regard there. Blaze coming in at just the perfect time from DIABLO. And I gotta say, chat, if you're looking at offlane on Tomb, offlane bottom is not an island. You want to be clearing that lane and then rotating out of it and seeing how you can affect pressure on the other lanes right here. Notice Meneldor clearing his lane, and he's rotating to help the defense mid.
Yeah, they have a spell camp here, see if they can clear it. Lyrics goes in very aggressive. They can't really punish him. Johanna lost his D and he gets flipped in the towers. He dies. Good combo from ALARAK and nice sleep dot on 3. Doesn't convert to anything though. Your hand goes up. No, it's not gonna find anything. Alright.
So far, a full Q build from Ultralisk right now, just looking to get as much wave clear as he can in combination with Johanna.
Just saw that Hanzo is Q on 1 and 4, so not sure if they kill Diablo late game because you usually don't go Giant Slayer with Q build.
Ooh, and
usually go Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce, you get the double Q explosion, you get more triggers of fast feet at 13, which is also very nice. As we see DIABLO now pressuring out onto Leoric. Dino also in the thick of things will get flipped over by Johan Ayaya, but this kind of just pushes him towards safety. Dino landing the combo onto Meneldor, but not my try. And Johan Ayaya, you spoke about it before, just bullying the Diablo before he's able to scale up those souls. Only 63 at the time of death right here. And I just wonder if we're going to see more of the same. Dino just passively, casually getting this lightning scaling and just more abuse onto this Diablo.
Yeah. Diablo not going for Spell Shield W build, which is, I think, very grief this game. Instead it's going for the Sun Heal on 1, Armor 4, and Malevolence 7. Not sure if I like it. I don't think you're playing to burst them with that Junkrat Silverback line, so we'll see if it works out for him though.
You got to consider your damage structure whenever you're playing tank, and Junkrat and Sylvanas, not heroes that are able to quickly capitalize off of an aggressive shadow charge from Diablo. It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out in the late game, as a flip combo lands onto Dino, but with only Johann Ayaya and Captain Rex here, the damage simply isn't enough to go for the finish. DPS in both side lanes rather than following up in mid. And now the push pressure is on. Chili Mountain trying to get some in mid. Notably, guys, I just want to talk about this. Yes, top lane is a very important lane to pressure. And so you might be like, oh, people told me top lane is good. Why aren't they going top? Part of it is that if you push mid, you have the option of where to rotate. As Maitri, hold on, CM now getting pressure onto Maitri here in this little hallway. Will be able to finish them off. 4 kills in the first 6 minutes for Chili Mountain. The damage pressure continues from Ultralisk, tanking multiple tower shots in the meantime as they attempt to get Minotaur as low as possible. Hold on, though. Wow.
Rip sadism.
Rip sadism. But hey, as I said before, if you're playing ALARAK for that lightning, that is the build that is the least concerned about sadism. Yeah.
Agreed.
Mathematically, lightning's plus damage is additive with sadism, not multiplicative. So this lessens the impact of both having a lot of sadism, but also the impact of not having much sadism as well. So therefore, if you're looking for consistency, Dino's lightning build tends to be what you see. Applied force increasing the range from which ALARAK will be able to hit those combos onto members of Three-Legged Cat as well. And at this point, Meneldor has over 30 gems that they would love to offload if they get the chance. Chili Mountain taking an opportunity to get some pressure onto top fort for this pressure in the boss lane.
They should be careful now because Three-Legged Cats got their hard camp out and could pressure top. They're playing it a bit safe though. Don't want to risk. Quasag almost gets caught.
Oh, wait a second.
APOC?
What? Okay, APOC not gonna land onto anything. Blessed Shield, Dragon Arrow, the response is instantaneous from Chili Mountain. Dino in the thick of things in that entomb, uses the telekinesis to buy himself an escape, tries to finish off the Riptire with the Discord Strike, but does tank it. And wow, a quick soul reset for Diablo. You said, hey, he's squishy when he doesn't have souls, but it looks like they're still getting him even when he does have souls right there. Or Chili Mountain. Diablo now coming back onto the scene with 25 rather than 100, of course, meaning that he is significantly less tanky than what he was before. Maitri already pressuring up right here. Black arrows used on bot fort wall.
Yeah, even though Diablo dies, it's Diablo, so he gets spawned back. So they can still do something with their pay here, which is pushing bot with 4 and leaving Junkrat to double soak, it looks like, which I like. I think it's a good play. I think it's the best play you can do when your Diablo dies. Probably not gonna get the fort though. Oh, they're going on Diablo. Nice cleanse from Rex. He's getting slowed, but they get an ancestral off. Not sure if Banana had the nade up. Leoric gets ALARAK comboed, Blaze stunned, and he's down. Rex in trouble. Oil, big Hanzo arrow into an ALARAK combo, and he's dead. And pulling Diablo, and he's probably also dead. Rip. Souls again.
It would have taken a miracle for Diablo to escape from that situation right there. Dino moving himself forward more aggressively as Chili Mountain looks like they are just absolutely cruising through this game so far right here. 8 kills to 2 as now here's the rotation onto Maitri bot lane, who appears to not have the shadow wave for the escape. Maitri getting picked off. 9 kills now for Chili Mountain. And I gotta say, talking about the early game snowballs right here, that's exactly what we're seeing with ALARAK able to pressure up so hard. It is a bit of a shame that his sadism got reset early, but I'm sure he's not too bothered about it given the way things are going. Gunnar, there was something I was wondering about though. What's up with this Laws of Hope pick for Johanna level 1?
We see a fight. Diablo getting comboed, but Blaze misses stun. Johanna slows. He gets cleansed by Rhaegar. Nice cleanse. The oil is being dropped again. Can't really move. Okay, charge the minion and gets out. Nice. Lots of hope for Johanna. It's Tomb. You can get stacks pretty easily with the globes. And don't really need the outline versus this comp, I think. The most is spell damage.
Dragon's Arrow threading the needle from Ultralisk, but hey, It's not needed to finish off Johan Ayaya. And I gotta say, CM looks like they found their target, and they just want to go after Diablo whenever they get the chance. My try now jumping on out of there. Drakir looking to defend top lane, but with such a low amount of HP available, will be forced to play it back a little bit. And I think that if you're going to stay this far back this long, then maybe you should just reset, but no, he's got the Rehgar, he's going to heal him. And now Shadow Wave coming over the wall, connects onto Drakir. Dino in that bot lane, pushing onto bottom fort at the moment. Chili Mountain unlikely to get any keeps, but definitely opening up the map right here as the final fort is starting to go down. Johan Ayaya on the scene right here, and he will get targeted yet again. At least it would amaze me if not. There it is. The sleep dart into the telekinesis combo coming out onto Johan Ayaya. Menaldor also losing a lot of damage. It feels like every member of Three-Legged Cat taking many hits in this meantime, but nobody specifically going down just quite yet. It will be the piercing arrows from Hanzo looking to get those double Q explosions. Now Menaldor is the next person CM has their sights on, able to Wraithwalk right on out of there. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, I spoke too soon as telekinesis came out from Dino, but now Menaldor will be okay.
Yeah, hearing you, we never stop fighting. It's just fight 24/7. Yeah,
you're telling me about it, you know, and I'm not listening apparently. The fights just keep going on all over the place. It's a constant fiesta.
Oh, Hound's Arrow going straight to NA. They're still gonna get keep here though.
Ultralisk sent that Dragon Arrow west. It's gonna hit me in one of my SL games later tonight, I'm sure of it. After it's had ample time to cross the Atlantic. My try getting pressured right there, able to Shadow Wave on out after Menaldor, the most recent member of Three-Legged Cat, to get popped by Chili Mountain. 12 kills in 12 minutes. Chili Mountain, you know, to an extent, Gunnar, hold on, as we see actually an engage onto Dino as he gets in the bunker, he's gonna be A-okay. Three-Legged Cat looking to get whatever pressure they can, but it's so huge. Entomb onto Dino prevents him from chasing down the rest of the members of Three-Legged Cat. Johanna Masquerade taking a bit of damage in the meantime, but it's actually Sylvanas is the first to fall. Now a 4-on-5 attempt at a core defense, down level 16 for the members of Three-Legged Cat. This is going to be a much more active core attempt onto the core Three-Legged Cat than what we saw from CM as Diablo goes down now. Ultralisk pressuring, takes out Drakir at the same time. Menaldor, left with an impossible task of trying to save the base, will die one more time as well as they look for the kill on Captain Rex, but core might explode too fast. And there it is.
KD has been saved and CM takes the victory. Very nice play from them. Nice snowball.
Yeah, just able to constantly bully onto that Diablo right there from the very start of the game. And chat, now that we have this post-game scoreboard right here for y'all to take a look at, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about as we look at this 7 deaths for Diablo. A maximum of 3 on any of the other members for Three-Legged Cat. And I gotta say, Gunnar, you know, what's going on, man? My teammates in SL told me not to focus the tank. I don't understand. I thought you lose when you do this.
Not sure if that statement is true. Usually when you play competitive HOTS, most of the time you're actually killing the tanks. If your comp doesn't have specific win conditions of diving, for example. So like Genji, for example. He doesn't really kill tanks.
Yeah. Shingon certainly helps, but what I find to be so humorous about the don't focus the tank sentiment is that in SL, you can just go auto-attack Talons, right? Like, anybody who watches my stream, they know that you see me pick Hanzo, you see me pick Tracer, and I'm just auto-attacking the tank until we win the game. And then you come into competitive and you see that they're just going all in on tanks until they win the game. It turns out that the person closest to you is the person easiest to hit. And if you simply play with that playstyle in mind, in the right situations for it, it leads to situations like what we have right here. CM picking up some fast early kills and just able to absolutely steamroll it into a victory in series number 2. That wraps up the first half of Masters Clash for today. That was Three-Legged Cat versus Chili Mountain. Taking us into the second half for today, we're going to be seeing in series number 3, Masters Clash Academy versus Granite Gaming.
It's gonna be